We'll come to that once I turn the mic on. I know, Lewis, no sound. I forgot to unmute myself. Let's start again. Good morning. What could go wrong? It's March the 7th. It's Sunday and it's the Sunday parade. I've had a whole weekend of this. Never mind. Anyway, what I was saying, and I'm sure you were lip reading or seeing the subtitles at the bottom, is that we'll head over to the Model Officers Mess Facebook group to look at your work in a moment or two. I'm going to talk to you about the upcoming event on the 19th. And I can't handle this. Yeah, the 19th, the 48-hour build, the Just Giving page, and all that sort of stuff. And thank you so much, Lewis, for reminding me to my Malcolm. Malk? Where's my teeth? Oh, dear. Sorry. Anyway, let's see if there's some sensible people in the house, shall we? Our comments, that's my first comment. It was the evening all. And that was from last night because it was on the wrong link. So forget that. Morning all. Lewis is the first in the house saying hi all. Morning, Lewis. Stuart Bremer saying good morning. A rare Sunday off for me. Oh, and you choose to be with me. Thank you very much, Stuart. It's very nice of you. Obviously, yeah, Lewis saying no sound. Don Pedro saying hello. Stuart telling me that I'm muted. Don Pedro saying no sound. Not hearing any sound from Eric. There you go. Morning, Eric. Morning, Dave. Say morning all. Yeah, that's the chat all caught up with. You guys are all talking to amongst yourselves too. Oh dear, it can only get worse. So yeah, I also will give you an update of what's on my bench. Not a lot's happened, if I'm honest. I've been busy in the garden doing some work on the fence. Boring, but you know, stuff that's got to be done. Anyway, yeah, so let us I'll tell you what, let's go to the bench, because what could go wrong, right? And I'll tell you what we'll be doing in the realms of my bench. So first of all, I've been working on my diorama base for my Bandai robot. So this is how it's going to be, sort of in a roundabout way. It's going to be lying in a scrapyard, as you can see. And what I've done is I've 3D printed some scrapyard bits, futuristic bits. If I take that off like so, and then what I've done is the helmet that goes on the robot, I've given it a cape because it's a super helmet. No, it's not. This is a bit of tarpaulin, and I'm going to make the interior of the helmet the scrap yard man's house or office, and in that I have made a little hammock which sits inside, but unfortunately I've made it a little bit too big, so I've got to remake that. But the idea is quite simple. It will literally just sit inside, something like that. You get the idea. So yeah, that's to come. So yeah, that's where I've got with that. This is my Apocalypse build, which was for the Models for Heroes Modelers Mess group build, as well as the Model Officers Mess Apocalypse Steam Yard thingy bob did you do. So yeah, so that's ongoing. I will be doing a product review using some of this. This is why this isn't stuck on, which is coming soon. So keep an eye out for that. We'll hopefully get that done this week or so. Now I've mentioned it, the pressure's on, and that won't go in where it's been in. So yeah, so that's that. We also will be looking at, let's move that completely out of the way. Obviously, as the title would seem, or say, or we'll be looking at our Corvette and the basing which we've done, and I'll go through that in a bit more depth. But that's there, and you're gonna be witness to me finishing this today, because it's just a little bit of paintwork left to do. So yeah, we'll go through that in a bit more depth in a minute. So there you go. That's what's on my bench, and obviously a very messy cover on my mat. So what I want to do is we will 11 people watching. There's no more comments in the chat as such yet. But yeah, make sure you tell me what you're up to today, what you plan to do. Are you at the bench? What are you working on, and all that sort of stuff? That'd be great to know. But before we head over to the YouTube, the Facebook group to look at your work, I obviously want to take the opportunity to talk about the 48-hour build that will be coming. So this is the said program, 48-hour group build. If you want to get involved by entering over the weekend, it starts on the 19th of March at 7:30, sorry, 8 o'clock. And you've got 48 hours to build any 1/48 model kit of your choosing, as complicated as you want to make it. Yeah, that's the premise of the idea. As you can see there's a Just Giving page in which I have made sure that the link for that is in the chat. Oh, sorry, in the description of this video. So if you want to head over there and add a donation, I'd be really grateful. As you're aware, in the Model Officers Mess, we're very fortunate. We've got over 2,000 members. And all I'm really asking and pleading to a point is that you donate the value of a cup of coffee. We've all been in lockdown over the last a year almost in some form or another. And I'm sure you will frequent a coffee establishment of some description. And over the year, I can imagine that you've saved yourself a couple of payments for a cup of coffee. So if you all add a couple of quid in, we'll earn a good amount of money for Models for Heroes. Now I have set a target. It's £1,000. I feel it's a little, maybe a bit of a stretch, but like I say, the value of a cup of coffee from every member will easily get that figure and a little bit more, and it will make such a big difference to Models for Heroes and everything that they do. As you know, I'm involved with that, and it's a delight to see the difference that supplying model kits and the supplies that people need to use that as a therapeutic treatment. It does make a massive difference. So please dig deep. I appreciate every penny. Is tight, and I appreciate every penny that you donate. We've had a few donations already. It is live now, has been live for a couple of weeks, but I was to give everyone an opportunity to donate. So within the schedule, if you like, of the idea will be, it says completely prepared, telling pages. We will be live throughout the 48 hours. There was a crew as such that will be joining me. A group of people that have donated their time to take part in this. They're all very strong advocates of the charity as well, and good friends. So thank you to those that are going to do that. We hopefully will have some international guests as well. That's to be confirmed at the moment, but I'm hoping that'll be the case. We want to involve as many people we can around the world, and I'm hoping that we will have a couple of entries from people from as far away as Australia and America and Canada, but we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. So the idea will be on Friday. We'll open up our show at 7:30. Those that will be with me, we'll talk about what kits we're going to use, and maybe the idea if there's a diorama base or what they're going to build, hopefully within that 40 hours. We'll have a quick discussion about that, and by 8 o'clock the gun will go and we'll all start, if not before. It has advertised to start at 7:30, so for you guys and really for the guys that will be with me, from 7 o'clock they can start fiddling with their kits, so to speak. The kits will all be brand new kits. They're not started in any way, so that is a bit of a challenge. And it is all about the choice of the kit. So if you do want to get involved and you're a bit nervous, go for a simple kit. Go for something that you think you can achieve within that 48 hours. So the first live will go through, I think, to around about 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, the reason it's that late for us in the UK is to hopefully have the opportunity for our international guys to come and join us in the chat. So those that start off with me may well go off to bed, get a bit of rest, because they're quite sensible like that. And I will sit with our international entrance for a bit of a chat and a bit of a laugh over a beer and just general chit chat. Now, something in which I want to emphasize as well, if you are somebody who does model making and you've got young children, this is one of those projects you can do with a child as well. Now, the precursor I have for that, for the children, is that I don't really mind what kit they use. So if you want to go for like an egg plane or something like that, something simple, something that can to maintain their interest for a period of time, they're more than welcome. Absolutely more than welcome. Now, obviously, on the Saturday, we will be starting our live broadcast about 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 till 5, that'll be the first show. And then the second show will be in the evening from about 8 o'clock till 3 o'clock again, dependent on the international entries, whether we have them or not. And then on the Sunday, we'll be running from 9 o'clock in the morning through till 5. And then through to 9 till 3. And then 5 through till half past 8 of Sunday evening. Now, with that, what I probably would do if we've got the international entries is I will set up a time with them, possibly live, possibly not, because obviously that will be the end of our 48 hours, and then we'll put something together. Then maybe, fingers crossed, on the Monday evening, we're going to do just a very quick hour and a half long thing showing your work and the work of everybody that enters into the build, to say thank you more than anything else, and that's the plan. So there's quite a few things going on during all of the live broadcast. Anybody that enters in a donation into the Just Giving page will be put into a draw periodically, and that drawer will then pull out a name of the hat, and a little special something will be sent to that person as a thank you. Now, I'd love to send something to every donation, but you'll probably be aware that that's not possible, really. The cost of postage and all that sort of stuff, that's all going to come out of my pocket. That's not coming out of any money that's donated. That's purely from me. So we will do a random few people. Now, they're not model kits. They're not massive things. They're just a little token to say thank you. So yeah, and they're one-off pieces, so they are special in that respect. So yeah, look out for that too. So it's another reason to put a donation in, is that you might get something from it too. But hey, that's more than charity, right? So yeah, that's the rough outline, rough plan. That's all going to be sort of tied up over the next week or so. In the studio throughout the 48 hours in the UK, I will have myself, Lewis and Steve from the Saturday Night Creche. They'll be with me, and I'll also be joined by Gary and Steph, who are volunteers for Models for Heroes. They do their own show, the Fermana modeling session. I can't remember. I think it's on about 2 o'clock on a Sunday, something like that. And also Steph does his modeling channel, the Budget Modeler, as well. So you know, they're very into helping everybody, the volunteering side of stuff, as well as their own projects as well. So that should be quite fun. A quick warning on the evening shows. There won't be a swear box as such, but I may well introduce one depending on everybody's behaviour. But I'm sure I'm pretty certain they want to be fine. But obviously be aware, if you've got youngsters around you and involved in the challenge, be aware that I can't control every language that's used. But we will try and be on our best behaviours, but we will be under pressure. So there may be the odd faux pas here and there. However, in the morning sessions that we do, there will be a very strict code of conduct for anyone that's with me in the studio, purely so we can have the ability for children to get involved. Now, I know there are a couple of children that are going to get involved, and they have got their kits already, and they are all raring to go. So that's going to be good, and it'd be great to make it an event for the family, because 48 hours is a long time for one of the parents to be busy modelling. and it sort of includes inclusive of everybody. So that's the aim, that's the goal, that's what we're hoping to achieve. And it's all about fun. So at the end of the day, if you don't finish the model within the 48 hours, don't panic, don't worry about it. It's not important. Finish it in your own time. But what I'd ask you to do, as always with any of these sort of group builds, is post up by the deadline a couple of pictures of what you've done, what you've achieved within the 48 hours, into the final reveal album that we'll post up and I'll natter on about and bore you to death about, but it will be there. And if you finish way before the 48 hours, good for you. Yeah, that's fine too. Just pop pictures up. If you can make an album up and keep us updated with what's going on, that'd be great. I will make some posts for that weekend specifically for the group build that we'll pop over and visit and look at throughout the 48 hours as well. So I will try my best to involve the community of the Facebook as much as possible, as well as obviously you guys watching on YouTube. So anytime you can spare with me to come and laugh, have a bit of a joke and a giggle, make a bit of plastic, watch the watch the guys in the studio do their best to control themselves while making a kit. It's fun. It always is fun. So anyway, that's the idea. That's everything that I've got so far for you for the 48-hour build. Just to remind you, it starts on the 19th of March, so a couple of weeks now, less than a couple of weeks. At 7:30 is when we start going live. So get yourself involved, get yourself signed up. If you want to get involved and you want to be part of it, obviously there is the post right at the top, pin post on the Facebook page. Just type in out. And that's all you have to do. There are some rules and stuff that are in that post. It's a file as normal. Everything's explained and laid out for you. And just follow that. The advice is all there for you. So it's nice and easy. And like I say, the main thing I want from it is that you really enjoy the 48 hours and get a bit of a buzz out of it. Maybe introduce some new tactics or things in which you've not done with your models before. And obviously raise some money for Malcolm and Models for Heroes. That's the aim. So if you're a member of a group somewhere else, not necessarily with the Model Officers Mess, I would ask you kindly to make sure you contact the admins of the group to make sure it's fine. But if you can share what's going on everywhere you possibly can, that would help me greatly, because I can't post in every single group on Facebook telling everybody what we're going to do. So if that's something you can do, take a couple of minutes of your time, post it up in a group and get the traffic out there of the knowledge of what we're doing. So thank you very much in advance for that, and also being a part of it and coming and watching us all sweat buckets making a model. Cool, that's that done. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly head over to the chat, because there has been a couple of bits and pieces. Where was that? Oh, yeah. One of the things in which I need to mention, Lewis is just saying there, he's working on his GB Bomber Command Dio. Nice. Cool. On the Saturday night Creche, as you guys probably are aware, we do a program, myself, Carl, Steve, and Nat and Lewis. And part of that Facebook group is we've got a group build of Bomber Command going on. So get yourself involved in that as well if that appeals. That'd be cool. Stuart's just saying there that he's cleaning the bathroom, family time today, and hopefully a bit of modelling. Oh, cool. What do you mean while you're cleaning the bathroom or the toilet? Who knows? Dave's just said today I will be adding some weathering to scratch-built ammunition harnesses, trying to achieve the worn canvas look. Every day's a school day. Oh, well, good luck with that. And if you can, Dave, put some progress pictures up in the mess showing us how you did it. That's cool. I'd like that. Don Pedro saying, can I join too? Don, if you're talking about the 48-hour build, I apologize profusely. I should have sent you a message asking you and Stefan and all that group to get involved. I will try and do that today, but if you can beat me to it and get some people signed up, you're more than welcome. And if you want to take part in the live as well, more the merrier. It'd be good fun. So yes, I hope that's what that's about, or I've just answered a question in which he's wrong. Lewis just saying, I don't want the kids to start their kits at 1 a.m. Friday morning. I don't mind waking them up. Do you want? Sorry, no, I don't. Yes, Lewis's 2 children are going to be involved. And I have spoken to the chief in charge and said that the timing is totally up to her. So it's down. You'll have to have that conversation and make that compromise, Lewis. Mark Ewing's there saying, "Good. Hello, everybody. Hello, Mark. How you doing?" And Lewis has just reminded me that 224 is Fonmana Models EC. Indeed, look that up on Facebook. Give them some support and get involved. They have a bit of a giggle and a laugh. And we do have royalty within that group as well. And that member of royalty will be joining us during the 40-hour build. So thank you, Your Majesty, for your time. And yeah, we look forward to that. Stuart's just saying, unable to join in as at work that weekend. I will still donate through, though, and hopefully get to watch a few bits. Yeah, no, that's fine. You know, unfortunately, Carl would be taking part, Carl Smith from Making Models, and he's gutted because unfortunately he's working this year. First year that he's going to miss it, and I'm quite sad by that. But you know, work and life just happens to do that thing. So Don Pedro is saying, yes, I'm assuming I got the question correct. Cool. Drop me a message, Don. And if you can get any of the other guys around you involved, please, the more the merrier. That'd be wonderful. That's cool. Oh, sorry, that one there. Go back to Don a minute. James, I'm building only 1/35. Is that a problem then? Well, yeah, in as much as the idea is to use a 1/48 kit within 48 hours. However, to get you involved, if you want to build from start to finish a 1/35 something, that's fine, but we just won't be able to enter that into the end result as such. But your company is more than welcome for a 48-hour build. If you want to set yourself a challenge to build something 1/35 in 48 hours, do you know what? More the merrier. But yeah, cool. That'd be wonderful. Be lovely to have you. For those that you might know, Don is from the Netherlands, I believe. And they've got a group over there that do a similar thing to Models for Heroes. So yeah, that'd be great to get that gang involved. He says he's going to ask them today. That's wonderful. Thank you, Don. I will send an email to you guys, I promise, or a message. So much going on. I can't keep up with all. But anyway, Lewis just saying, they chief in charge. I don't remember having that convo with you, James. No, because you're not chief in charge, Lewis. What a strange thing to say. Anyway, 15 of you watching. So that's it. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, so we've covered the birthday bash. I sort of apologise, but I really don't. In that I will waffle on about it as much as possible because I really want as many people involved as possible, and I want it to be a success for those that get involved. You know, it'd be lovely if we had 2,000 people involved, but we're not going to. Let's be honest. But the least that I could ask for is that half of those people get involved in some form, i.e., in a donation to the Just Giving page, which is in the information of this video. So if you want to make it, if you want to do it now before you forget, do it now, and you will be entered. Remember, you will be still entered into the draw, the first draw on the live show. So you can do it now. You can do that donation right now, and you still have a chance of winning something. What are you waiting for? Open the second window, because obviously don't want you going away and not watching. Selfish. It's all about me. Right. Okay. Cool. So let's. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to head over to the model officer's mess, and we are going to look at. He says we're going to look at your work, what you've got on the bench. If I press and crunch a few buttons. Oh, Lewis. Yeah, I know, Lewis. It never shuts things that I want shut on every window. So anyway, here we are. Let's make that full screen. You don't need to see me. So yeah, as you are well aware, what we do is we stick up a post on a regular intervals throughout the week, asking to see what you've been up to. And this is Saturday's post. And let's jump straight in and see what everyone's been doing. So first up is Ian. Ian's been working on this. I guess that is a grant, 135th grant from Mini Art, maybe. I'm not sure, but I think we had that confirmed last week, didn't we? Anyway, very nice. Looks really, really nice. Thank you for sharing that, Ian. Shane's saying this is on the shelf now, and I don't know what it is. Well, obviously I know it's a Spitfire. Spitfire Mark 12, maybe something like that. I don't know. But very nice paint job. I really like the effects there. You've got very subtle engine grime or smoke grime, shall we say, on the fuselage. Really, really nice. And if they're decals, those decals, they look like decals. They've gone down really, really well. You've done well with that. So yeah, beautiful job. Well done, Shane, and should be on the shelf with a lot of pride. Well done. Oh, I had this already. Why are you being silly? Okay, next up. This is Jimmy Smallwood. I don't recognise his name, so Jimmy, thank you very much for posting. I really appreciate it. This is his Panzerkampfwagen 6 King Tiger Porsche turret, I believe that is. Very nice. Work in progress, obviously. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I'm not sure the scale. It's good if you include the scale, guys, because I don't have to think too hard then. This is a really, really, really good effort, Eric. This is coming along beautifully. He said he's just put some of the scheme camouflage on the Bedford truck tonight, and I believe I'm right in saying this is the Taglieri Bedford truck. I think I might be wrong. I've got one of these in the stash. One of my I really like the design of British trucks during this period. Yeah, don't see enough of them, so that's cracking. I love that, and that camo has worked beautifully on there as well. That was meant to be a love heart. I like it very much. Thank you, Eric. Oh, look at this. You might have to move your neck a little bit on this one. This is Julian. Dave got this. Dave got me in the mood for it. Yes. This is the Sea Vellum in 1/32 from Matchbox, I believe. It's an old kit, but that should be an interesting build. Not one. I've got most of the series of these big Matchbox kits, but I don't think I've got that one. Very nice. Looking forward to you do that, Julian. Mark Ewing. This is his engine of his British plane Ventura, maybe. Not sure. Mark will tell me. I just don't remember to do the thumbs up and love hearts and all that, do I? Very nice, Mark. Looks really good. He's obviously got his main. This was sitting on the shelf, I believe. So he's got his body primered and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's looking lovely. He's certainly got quite a high work rate as our Mark. Oh, here we go. So the detail of the pictures he's taken. So the picture I've just shown you is the 148 Ventura from Revell. The next picture I'm about to show you is the Revell 172nd Lancaster. That is for the Bomber Command group build. He's stonking on along with this. Doing really well. Yeah, thanks, Mark. I noticed that. I got it. So yeah, looking good. Well, jealous. I'm dying to start my my Lancaster, but unfortunately I can't because I've got to wait for something. So and he also says I just started work on the ICM 132nd I-16 World War II Soviet fighter, up there with Tamiya kits. Very quick build due to the excellent engineering. Yeah, this is meant to be a really good kit to build, and yeah, I think it's definitely it's 132nd, but it's not that big an aircraft, is it? So it, you know, it's quite a cool big build, if you know what I mean. Quick and easy big build. And you can see Mark's work rate. He's got 2 bottles of glue sat on his bench, probably being used at the same time. Let me like these before I forget. Yeah, I've done them all. Cool. I'm up to date. Right. So next up is Andy Gregg. He's playing with the layout of his Russian tank. Cool snowman. I like the snowman. I'm assuming you Scratch built that. God, tell me they do a kit with snowmen in. That'd be so cool, wouldn't it? Just so out there. Oh yes, we have a range of snowmen in 1/35 scale. Why not? Yeah, it's good. I like that. That's going to be an interesting diorama. I love the work you've done on your building. Really do. That is so cool. I'm assuming that's finished. Don't know. Andy, that's amazing. Well done, mate. Thank you very much. Looking forward to that. Are you going to get some snow on there as well? Oh, let's keep an eye on that. I'm going to give them a love heart because I like that very, very much. Next up is Joe Middleton. I don't know why I felt I don't know why I left the details this late in the build, but hey, yeah, it's okay. Good enough time to do it. Just right at the end when you've done everything, that would be the problem. But yeah, that's looking good. I like that. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you very much for sharing. Who we got next? You got Bass. Heavy metal. This is. I would assume that would be a Sherman Firefly, would it? I don't know. Cool. Certainly coming along though. 1/35th, I'm guessing. Oh, you guys have put me to shame with my knowledge. I don't know. I could be right, could be wrong. Who knows? That's lovely. Well done. Thanks for sharing that, Bass. Jan's up next. A new build started. So this would be a Spitfire Mark 18 Venturer. Wow, that's going to be 1/72nd, I guess. Yeah, it's on the box there. There's got a bit of aftermarket there as well. Nice. Cool. Looking forward to that. Keep us posted. Give that a like before I forget. See, when I'm doing the Sunny Pro, I don't generally look at the post because I want to have a bit of excitement to see what's coming up. Anyway, this is Brad's. I'm going to give that a like straight off because in fact, actually, I'm going to give it a love because I do like the look of that. Wrapped this up last night. Color corrected the exhaust and blended the roundels in. 1/35th Somya by Tamiya. Very nice. I like that very, very much. And there's the box in the background if you're not sure of what that is. But yeah, lovely. I like. Thank you for sharing that, Brad. If you're putting in the comments in the chat, I will come to that in a minute. So yeah, sorry if I've not taken any notice of that right now, but we're just busy dribbling. This is Daniel. Daniel has given us his Trumpeter 1/72nd Lightning F1A. And I'm thinking that's very close to the finish line, I guess. Looks really nice. Looks very, very nice. Got his armaments all there. So he's obviously decal up. Cool. Oh, I forgot to do the like. So yeah, some great work so far, isn't there? I do like looking at everybody else's work. Oh, I saw this earlier on somewhere else. This is Clive up next, and this is his Stug 3. I really love the way the panels are different and just awesome. Awesome effort. I love that. A Stug 3, I don't think I've got one in the stash. I think it's definitely an addition I need to add. And if I remember correctly, this was in 130. Yeah, 135th Tackham kit. This is Stug 3. So yeah, it's not a bad size, is it? Very cool. Thank you for sharing that, Clive. Let us move on to the next person. Our next person is Roy. Would you look at that? There's not a lot of description needed to that. That is a tree with some bushes, and that is obviously a base. And I love that. Roy, I need to ask you, your foliage, was that bought or is that all made? And if it is made, can I ask a massive favour from you? Can you create an album within the Model Officer's Mess where you explain how you achieved your tree and foliage? Because there's a lot of people that ask, and you know, it isn't that hard to scratch build. So if you did scratch build it, please share your knowledge with us, as we can all then have masterful trees like yours. That is lovely, and I indeed follow your example with every drawer labelled. Very nice. Well done, Roy. Thank you so much for sharing that. It looks a beautiful base. Be interested to see what's going to go on it too. Let us know. I love that. So next up is Paul. He's going to make a start on this tomorrow, which is a 132nd FW190 A-8 Stromberg. And I'm guessing, I'm just taking a random guess, but I think that bottle of beer may already be started on it. He's not waiting for tomorrow to drink that. So cool. Thank you for sharing that with us yesterday, Paul. I hope you enjoyed your beer and look forward to results as they come in. Give you a like. Next up is Rob. Oh, that made a funny move, didn't it? Come on. There we go. This is Rob with this. And I'm guessing that is completed, finished. Very nice piece of armor there. Loads of stowage. Look at all that stowage. And the detail he's managed to pick out on that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And this is obviously some troops training in Wales with the sheep. Maybe not. They're very nice. I don't know what the actual armor is, unfortunately. But he's still working on modern US Army armor, crewman and infantry in progress. So he's on the figure painting stage. Looks nice. And I'm guessing that's 135th. I don't know. But yeah, let us know, Rob. A little bit more detail would be wonderful. But yeah, really, really good. Cracking work. I like that a lot. So you have got a love heart. And I will give that a love heart before I forget, because I do like it. Oh, Clem Woodruff is still knocking them out left, right, and centre. So he's gloss coated both of his 172nd Rebel Fleet IR Corsair Mark II and the 172nd Academy Hawker Tempest Mark 11. No, 6. 6. That's his conversion today. Ready for panel line, detail, and weathering. That is really lovely. Really lovely. Yes. Excuse me. Oh, that creeps up with me. That's that love heart there. Thank you, Glenn. He's always got something on the go, is that, Glenn? Remco. Remco's playing with his fuselage here. I have no idea what that is. I'm not even going to make a guess, if I'm honest. No. Modern, I would assume, but I have no idea what it is. So, yeah, looking good. Nice bit of detail there in the interior. Thank you for sharing that, Remco. Mark's just saying there tonight's work ahead while watching the show is the I-16 Type 24 132nd kit that he was mentioning earlier. So that's cool. And the last one for today is John Ludgreen with this beauty. And I have no idea again what it is, although I think I should know what it is. But look at that beautiful work. I'm loving the engine detail, etc. there. Really, really nice work, John. I'm going to give that a love heart. And is that added a extras wiring I can see going in there? Oh my goodness. Give us some close-up pictures, John. We want to see more. So there you go. So thank you, everybody, for sharing your work this week. And as you do all the way through the week. Some cracking builds. Really, really appreciate that. Don Pedro said he sent a photo in. Was that on the let me have a look. Was that on the what I was just showing, Don? I'll have a quick look and see if there's something I've missed. I didn't refresh before we started looking, so it's possible. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh no, do that. Has anyone else noticed that they seem to be mucking about with Facebook seems to be mucking about with the way it's listed. Such a pain. So yes, indeed, there's a couple more pictures there. Yeah, Don's just confirmed. Yes, Eric's saying A6 Intruder, James. John's plane. Yes, I thought it was. I couldn't think. Well, I couldn't think what it was, but yes, you're right. A6 Intruder. I really like that plane. One of my favorite. I'm not a great modern. Press the right button, James. I'm not a great fan of modern jets and stuff, but the A6 I do like. I really do. So let's quickly go back to what we were doing, and a couple of extras that have been added in late. I do apologise. That I should have refreshed. Wow, look at that. This is Daniel Baxter, and this is definitely not a like, it's a love. He's finished his Tamiya 132nd LF9C custom markings for Squadron Peter Bond of 91 Squadron 1944. That is a superb build. Absolutely superb. I love that. That is just awesome. Really, really like the chipping effect you've got there. And I just love the whole look of it. It looks amazing. Well done, Daniel. Thank you for sharing that with us. So Don Pedro's popped in some pictures. This is his M19 transporter truck in 135th. Looking good. It's a monster of a truck, this is. Like in the paint racks. See, the other thing about these pictures, you get to see in people's hobby rooms. So yeah, lots of detail going on inside the cab there. Beautiful. And engine detail also. Thank you, Don, for sharing. And we're going to look at his rear axles. There's a phrase I didn't think I'd use today. But there you go. Yeah, looking good. Coming along really well, Don. Really well. Thanks for adding those. I would just double check that. Oh, there's two pictures. Yes. So this is Dave Skelly. He says, not much progress. A scratch built panniers for the ammunition horse, weathering and stuff to be added, and harness question mark to be created as well. Yeah, that's a lot of time and effort in that right there. I can fully appreciate that. So lovely. It's looking lovely. Well done, Dave. Beautiful. So there you go. So that's our late entries that I should have made sure I double checked. But that's good. Thank you very much for sharing that. And thank you for letting me know that you'd added a few bits in. So that's all good. Going to head over to the chat, have a quick catch up, see what's going on. Eric was just saying the Bedford truck is the Italieri kit. Yeah. Mark was reminding me it's the RAF Venture 148. Yes, That's cool. Striker. Ah, there we go. Yes, that was that vehicle in Wales. That's probably in Iraq or something like that with the sheep. So it's a Striker mind roller. So that's cool. Yeah, it looks like a nice kit, actually. I like that. Unfortunately, that's the chat caught up. Look at that. You're all dribbling along with me, I'm sure, at the sight of everybody's work. So that's cool. So yeah, so we're up to date with that. We've shown our work in progress. Let's go over to the bench and we'll quickly do the last few steps of work on the Corvette. And then we can finish that up and I can do some reveal pictures at some point. So where did we get to? Last week, what we did, if you remember, is we put cotton wool around our Corvette. And I, with great enthusiasm, added some blue ink to colour said cotton wool. And if I'm not going to lie, it looked awful. So what I've done is I've taken some of the cotton wool away and I've added some structural gel into the side, like you can see here. And hopefully you can see roughly there. In fact, actually, what I'll do is I'll move my camera up because I can do this in shot. So, upside down. Make sure you don't break anything. But there you go. So, I'll move that out a little bit. That means I won't break something. So, as you can see, the structural gel is formed. Autofocus. There we go. And we have created our bow waves, etc. It's not quite as defined as it was, but I'm happy enough with it. So on the side here, let's bring this back down. You don't need to see my big fat belly. There we go. Autofocus back on. We'll see how we go. Yeah, so on this side, what I've done is obviously I've done the color of the water, the bluey sea. And what I'm going to do in a minute is going to create the tops of the waves. But the reason I'm going to do that in a minute is because on here, as you can see, this is white. And I don't want it white because it's not sea, is it? It's just white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use three colours. These three colours here. It is a Prussian blue from Model Colour, a turquoise, and a dark sea blue from Model Colour. In reverse order, they are 898, 966, and 965. What we do is we're going to use those colours to blend in our work here. So I'm going to do a little bit of that now. He says. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little metal palette, and I'm literally going to just, I've given them a good shake obviously prior to squeeze them out. I'm just going to put a little bit of each of the colours on here like so, and then with my lid there, all I'm going to do literally is put a little bit of water in there like so. We're coming up to 12 o'clock, so I'm going to muster through this a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally wet my paintbrush. I'm going to start with a darker colour, and I'm literally just going to dab in our colour on our structural gel. Now we're going to use the water to pull some of the paint around, because some of the cotton wool that I used, I've obviously put structural gel on it, so there is a little bit of cotton wool available to take up the paint. So by adding a bit of water, making the consistency of the paint watery, we can get a good coverage in. Now I'm doing it quite roughly, but the idea is to just blend it in as best I can with this colour. Now, obviously, I have mentioned that I've got 3 colours here, so we are going to add the lighter tones on here as well. So I'm not too worried if I miss bits, because I'm literally going to be going over this with 3 or 4 different colours. Like so. So here at the bow, this is a little bit more cotton woolly. So by using a watered down version of our paint, that colour can seep in. Now the problem I had with the cotton wool was obviously it gave me a nice fluffy look and texture to our waves, but trying to get the colour right on it was a real pain in the backside. So what I would suggest, and what I should have done, how I think I should have done anyway, is I shouldn't have used cotton wool. What I should have used is toy stuffing. Toy stuffing is a much better product for smoke and waves and all that sort of stuff. So that was my bad. That was me rushing to get the show going on a Sunday. That's why I made that mistake. It's my fault. So I apologize. And one of the reasons why I really wanted to make sure that I did this with you, so that you could see, A, I realized I'd made a mistake, and B, what I did to put it right. Because what I didn't want to do is for you guys to think that from the last show, my cotton wool effect, blah, 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 all worked really well. And wow, how amazing to do that. And then you go and try and do it, and you don't get the same effect, and you don't understand why. And it puts you off. Don't want that. So as you can see, I've gone over, bring this down a little bit. I've gone over the front part with our dark sea blue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce some watered down Prussian blue. Now we're just going to aim for the bottom of our waves mainly, and we're just going to be sparing with it. We're just going to literally dot it about a little bit here and there, because we want the suggestion of that colour. We don't want it to be overpowering. So with some water, we're going to introduce that and water it down so it's nice and thin. It's there, but it's not there. All that. Now, when you're doing this, you'll think to yourself, oh, do you know what? It doesn't look right. I don't understand. The colours won't look right until you do the last bit, which is the crests of the waves. So don't panic. Right. Very quickly, I will grab. So I took some excess water off on my hand. It was busily dribbling down. So let us bring it a little bit closer. Like so. I think that's a bit better. So you can see what I'm doing there. Right now, so I'm now going to introduce the turquoise. So again, we're going to do the same technique. We're going to put a little bit of water with the paint. It's nice and watery. And we're just going to add that again at the base mainly. Like so. And the idea being is we're trying to use the difference in colours. So, you know, we're creating shadows, if you like, within our water. And now what I've done is I've just taken the excess paint off, watered my brush, and I'm literally just stippling, going around stippling those two colours because they're still wet, stippling the colours together. So there isn't the great stark difference between the two. And that is how I got or we'll get the colour that I want on there, like so. So I'm just going to do a little bit more. Come along the boat. Oh, a little bit, making sure I don't paint the boat because we don't want that. And there we go. So where it's a bit dark, just get a bit of water, drag it away, pull it about, and that's what we want, like so. Okay, so we've got our two variations of colour, like so. Now what we need to do is, I want to do the crest of the waves, and I'm literally going to show you a little bit of that, and see where we go from there. Just double check on the chat. Nothing going on in the chat. There's 14 of you watching still. Thank you very much for being with me. It won't be for the full hour and a half, but yeah, let's see how we go. Oh, I haven't got what I need, surprisingly. Bear with me a second while I just reach into a drawer and get another paint tray. I've got a nice clean paint tray, and then what I'm going here is I'm going with a white grey from Model Colour. This is 993, and literally what we're going to do, so I'm going to put a little bit of that in my paint tray, not too much. We've got some water there that we can use. I'm going to use a completely different brush. And I'm also going to turn our model around because this is still wet. So I'm going to leave that for a minute. And we'll come over to our other side that we prepared earlier to show the crests of the waves. So a little bit of water. We're going to have our paper towel here as well. And a bit of water in here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to dry brush very carefully the crests of our waves. Now, the reason I went for a watery first attempt is I just wanted to see how that went on. And it is a little bit too watery. So we're going to go with just the straight paint. Very gently over the tops of our waves, picking up the ripples and the texture of the waves that we've done through our structural gel. We're going to paint the tops of our waves to show how the waves are breaking. And I hope by the end of this that you will agree that the effect has worked relatively well. I'm not sure whether I've got it right. This is the first time, would you believe, that I have done a seascape like this. So it's all a learning curve for me. And you're watching the journey as we go. I'm just going to move around and try and get in here a little bit with my brush. So I'm literally very lightly going over the areas of the tops of the waves with my brush. Trying to ensure that I'm not covering all that different colors, blues, with white paint, because I want them to look as effective as I can, translucent as I can, so that when you look at it, you see lots of different colors going on. Because the sea in which I'm trying to create is quite a rough sea. You know, it's not full on gale or something, but you know, it's quite rough. And our Corvette is getting buffeted about. So by using the cotton wool, or as I said earlier, the toy stuffing would be a better option. You're going to have a situation like you have here. Now, hopefully, bring that in, and we'll just change the focus a little bit because I know it's out. But hopefully you'll be able to pick this up. Here you have a wisp of hair of the toy, of the cotton wool. And what you want to do is you want to try and create the spray effect. So hopefully that's coming out. But like I say, the reason I would use the toy foam toy stuffing rather than cotton wool is because it's a little bit finer and you have a little bit more control over the effect you're going to get. With cotton wool, it's a bit lumpy, bit bumpy. But there you go. I hope you can see that. But that's the idea anyway. If I only had a director that could do all the focusing and stuff, it'd be so much easier. So there you go. We'll just do a little bit more. You can stick with me. Tom Pedro is saying, wow, very nice. Thank you very much, Don. Yeah, it's coming along. Like I say, I'm no expert. This is the first time I've tried this effect. However, one thing I will say is that the structural gel, Winsor & Newton structural gel, comes in different forms. You have a a heavy gel, which obviously you would use that for something that needs to hold itself. So if you're going for a big lumpy wave that's high, and then once you have got the achievement you want, you can walk away from it and leave it, and it won't fall back down. Then you've got like just the normal structural gel, which will quite happily go on a base like this and give you the peaks, these little peaks and stuff that you've got here. But they'll hold themselves. They're not too difficult. So you want the heavy structural gel for something that's going to have to hold a form, or the weight of itself to create that form. Now, one thing in which I haven't said that you should be aware of was when you're doing this, creating our bows, our waves, and dry brushing over the top of our waves, what you want to be doing is you want to figure out the flow of your water, and you want to try and brush in the flow direction of the water. The reason being that is you will get paint, like for example here on a surface that isn't a crest of a wave, but it'll give you a very slight effect with your paint that will show the flow of the water. So if you brush in the direction of the water, don't go like this. Just do it once, pick it up, once, pick it up, once, pick it up. do it as fast as you like, but you can move it backwards and forwards, and it will give you, if you like, do you know when you have a wave where the spray goes over the crest of the wave and falls in front of the crest of the wave before the wave catches it, sort of thing? You'll get that sort of effect on the top. And obviously the scale, remember the scale is important, and it will take you a little bit of time to potentially play with the crests of the waves and the formation of the waves a couple of times with your gel to get the right, to make it look right. And don't be afraid of that. You just accept that's what's going to happen, and you can move along. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly go along the side of our boat here a little bit. Oh, that Corvette. And obviously I have said that I'm dry brushing, although as you may have noticed, I am rushing a little bit. So the dry brushing is a little bit more wet than dry. But hey, that's all right. That's cool. But I really want to just get this to the point I can say, right, there you go. You guys have seen what I've done. This is how it is. And then we'll do, like I say, we'll do a reveal picture. We'll reveal pictures as we go. So there you go. That's the effect. What we do, let me just find a home for that brush and that, so I don't knock it over. Pick camera up. You don't need to see anything major, but that is, he says, that's the effect we have gone for and achieved in just those few minutes. And I think you'll agree with me, it's a lot better. Although the cotton wool looked really amazing and fancy, this is a lot more effective and a lot more real in its look. Not perfect by any means, but it is a lot better. So as I said to you, you can see the difference in the stage as well. So that's the finished stage. This is the first stage at the back, where we've used our structural gel and a bit of cotton wool in this instance, but I would advise you to use toy stuffing. We've gone on, we've added a few different colors to create some depth of our water, and then we have added our crests to our waves like so. And I think I hope you will agree that that looks a lot better than it did. Otherwise I'll be crying. So there we go. That's how we do that, or that's how I did that. If you have any questions or concerns over seascapes, drop me a line. If I can help you, I will. But that's how it is. That's all good. That's cool. Right, let me just get on top of that. Get rid of these because you don't need to see me with my magnifying glasses on, because I'm blind as a bat otherwise. Yeah, so that's really close to finishing now. I'll do the last little bit at the back that we showed you, the first stage with our blues. I will put a bit of white over the crests, and what I would advise you to do is what I'm going to do. This first side where we've done the white of the crests, I'll leave that. I'll let that dry. There is every possibility that I might go back and have another little play with it, a little tinker with it, because some of the waves should have quite a lot of white foam on the top of them. And I can see without even looking that some of them aren't quite how I want them to be in the end. So a bit of playing, bit of mucking around, and yeah, you will figure out the point where you're happy. Like anything else, any other model you make, you know, especially when you're doing services and stuff, you probably go back and play with it. But remember, don't tinker too much. There is always that point where it's, shall I do that just a little bit more, which is too much? And don't do that, because that would be disastrous. But anyway, that's that. I'm going to put this away now, because we're not going to go back to the bench for now. That's it. I hope that was informative. I hope you enjoyed it. There's 10 people of you watching, so thank you very much for being with me. Thanks for those who were with me and have popped back out because they're doing stuff. That's all great. I'm going to wrap it up now. I just got to remind you, because I said I would, and I can't not. Like I said to you before, the birthday bash 48-hour group build is on the 19th, starting at 10:30. Get over to the Model Officers Facebook group to get yourself signed up. Come and enjoy the fun. And if you haven't got a 148 kit, you can't be involved in the competition side of the group build. But your moral support by being with us at the bench, having a laugh and a giggle, is always, always welcome. So please come and join us. And remember, the donation page is up and running. And please donate as much as you possibly can. Let's try and get to that figure of £1,000 if we can. That would make so much difference. Don Pedro's just saying, have a nice day, James. Thank you very much. And thank you for everybody that's joined me today. Until next week. Oh, actually, as keep an eye out. Next week might not be a Sunday parade. I might take that day off because it'll give me some time to prepare for the 48 hours. So unless there's a spontaneous one next week, I will see you on the 48-hour build. I probably will put a video up about the 48-hour build. Anyway, until next time, thank you very much. Have a great Sunday. See you all soon.